Hey guys, I'm Tyler and welcome back to Day-to-Day DIY. Today we're going to be putting some high power LED lights on the back of the truck so that I can actually see when I put this thing into reverse. So the plan is to install these LED panel lights on the back of the truck right by the trailer hitch, so hopefully I can see when I back up. I actually gotta say, these things are pretty sweet looking, and they were only like 20 bucks for the pair. I got the lights, I got some wire, I got some Wago quick connectors, and I got some silicone so we make sure all those connections are nice and watertight underneath the truck. So we got two lights, and the lights come with a pair of connectors that kind of bolt onto the back of the light. I don't know if I'll actually use this because I think I want it mounted more like this into the trailer hitch of the truck, but we'll see. I may have to use this and then make a right angle bracket to mount everything on there and get some adjustment in the mechanism itself. Took some measurements and I cut a 4x2 by 1/8 piece of steel, drilled a hole in it and bent it just by putting it in a vise and beating it with a hammer. And that is going to work perfect for getting the light on there and being somewhat adjustable. So we're going to make another one and then we're going to weld them onto the tow bar of the truck and then we'll do some wiring. So the plan is to weld these little brackets that I made right there. We'll just run a bead right along that vertical side there, and then the lights will bolt in right here. I posted a picture of this little project on an Instagram story a while back, and some people questioned the placement of these lights. The reason I'm putting them on the trailer hitch right here is so that the ball attachment position of the trailer bar is actually below the light. So hopefully if I back into something, the trailer ball connection will take the brunt of the force instead of these lights. As I was wiring up these lights, a couple things happened. First of all, the Wago connectors that I wanted to use were an absolute failure. I had to go with wire nuts, and I believe the reason is because this was stranded wire, and it was not able to push through the pinch point connection of the Wago connectors. Secondly, silicone, these lights didn't like it. I don't really know why, but I just had to wrap everything tightly with electrical tape. So if I look up a 7-pin trailer plug, it doesn't exactly correspond with the GM cover here. I know the center is the reverse lights, which is the same on both. But right here, the top quadrant, like say 130 up there, is going to be the ground or the negative, which is the two that I want. So I'm going to go with what's here instead of what I found online.
Are you going to put another light on there?
Yep, it's blocking the sunlight. Daddy can't see.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Now that we got both working properly, let's peek under there and see what I did. I do got to say though that putting the silicone in the wire nuts, these lights didn't like that. Everything's wire nutted up there, and then I'll just wire tape it real tight and hope for the best. That is pretty much what's going on underneath there with all the other vehicle connections anyway. I got my two lights coming in, one from each side, and then I did have to put a little jumper in between the wires simply because they were too snug to be able to get everything in. Now I am just going to wrap everything with tape like I did right over here, and we are good to go. The only other thing I actually did to the lights was run a bead of silicone right along the bottom here, and I'm only doing this based on reviews on Amazon. They recommended doing that to help prevent any water getting in there. Well, I got everything cleaned up underneath there and everything's working great. For those of you that might be interested in doing something like this, I'll put a link to those lights in the description down below. And there were a ton of different options for those lights. Much wider spotlight versions versus the floodlight version, what I have on here. Lots of options and super good prices, excellent reviews. So I'm hoping that works out really well for me on the back of my truck. If you guys do this, just make note that the red wire is the hot wire. I kind of took a guess at that and happened to be correct the first time, which was just luck. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hammer that thumbs up button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right over there so you never miss when we upload a new video. I'm DIY Tyler. You guys have a good one. Awesome. And it's cold out here.